Hey guys, we are in the basement and I want to show you guys a game. Actually, I bought this game late last year and the game is called Paperboy, and it's a great game by Atari. And like I said, I had this game, I got it last year sometime, and it worked great. But the problem was the monitor. The monitor took forever to warm up, so I decided, hey, I'm going to try to fix this monitor, and I was going to put new caps in it, which is something you typically do to monitors because the capacitors go bad over time. And so I got into it, and the machine came with a Atari Disco medium resolution monitor. And Atari Disco monitors, first of all, are just known to be the crap of monitors. As far as monitors go, they're just garbage. And so I got into it, and it turned out I had a one-of-a-kind monitor, and the caps didn't line up, and I ended up replacing a bunch of caps, and they're the wrong values. Anyway, I got to a point where I couldn't return to where I was, so I started looking for a new monitor. And anyway, I wanted to replace the Disco because the Disco sucks. So it took me a while, actually, because this uses a medium resolution monitor, and it has a higher resolution than a typical arcade monitor, which has a standard resolution monitor. And so this game, like a lot of the Atari games from this era, and this is from 1984, use medium resolution monitors and allow them to have crisper graphics, more pixels on the screen. And but the monitors themselves are not cheap. If you find someone selling just the medium res monitor, they usually want $300 for it, or $250 or something crazy like that. So I tried my darndest to get it to work and to find parts and things, and it just wasn't going very well. And then a friend of mine alerted me to a Craigslist listing that had a NARC, which is a Williams game from the late 80s, early 90s, whatever it was. But that game had a medium resolution monitor, and so there was a broken NARC on Craigslist for $75. I picked that up. The monitor worked great. I put it in the Paperboy, and I'm back in business. So here we are. So what is Paperboy? Well, like I said, it's a game from Atari. It's from 1984, and it's a very cool game, actually. This was a game that I actually played a lot as a kid. And you know what? The funny story is, when my parents used to go camping a lot when I was a kid, and we went almost every weekend, and it's probably where I played most of the video games I played in the 80s, was at campgrounds. And there was this one campground in Galena, Illinois, that had a Paperboy, and my dad was pulling into the campground, and I said, hey, drop us off at the little game room. My sister and I want to go play Paperboy. And well, the car didn't come to a complete stop, and my sister jumped out, and my dad actually ended up running over her leg. True story. And he actually stopped, and she was, and the car was on top of her, on her ankle, not her body, but, and so it was like, oh my God, what do we do? So my dad pulled forward, and luckily she was fine. She was a little bruised up. Her ankle was all bruised and stuff. But that's what I think of when I think of Paperboy. And it's funny how you relate certain games to moments in your childhood. But that definitely is the story for Paperboy for me. So anyway, what is Paperboy? Well, it's a pretty cool game, and you are, believe it or not, a Paperboy. And it has kind of a cool control scheme here. It has these bicycle handlebars, and back here, if you can see that, there's a button. And so what you do is you hold it like a bicycle. When you push this button to throw papers, and the papers come out of there, and what you need to do is deliver papers to your subscribers, and you want to wreak havoc and cause all sorts of damage on the non-subscriber houses, and that's how you get big points. And you actually go through an entire week as a Paperboy, Monday through Sunday, and the game ends after you complete Sunday. Actually, I've never even done it. That's how much I suck at the game. But the game does not go on forever. So basically, you have a finite amount of time to get as many points as you can. And so you definitely want to wreak as much havoc as you can on the non-subscriber houses, and then deliver as many papers as you can to the subscribers. So anyway, why don't I set up the tripod, turn off the lights, and show you how it plays. Okay, so let's start the game. So we're going to start the game. And there's basically 3 levels of play: Easy Street, Middle Road, and Hard Way. I always play Easy Street because I suck at the game. And so here it is. Here's an overview of our customers. All of the non-black houses are subscribers, and the black houses are non-subscribers, and you want to wreak damage on them. So basically what you do is you're controlling this kid on a bicycle, and you want to deliver the paper on the front door of every house. And also, each house has a mailbox. If you can get the paper into there, you get bonus points. But it's a little risky though, because it's a harder shot and sometimes you'll miss the house altogether or you'll break a window, and if you do that you will lose them as a subscriber. Now this is a non-subscriber right here, and I just crashed into a bush. The black houses are non-subscribers, and what you want to do is just pummel that house with papers, run over their plants, their flowers, and you get actually bonus points for doing that. So, and you want to break their windows. And if you look up here, you do have a finite amount of papers and you can run out of them, but if you pick up a bundle right there, it'll replenish your ammo. Okay, so there, I got that in the mailbox, and I got a bonus for that. And you get bonus points for jumping like ramps, for hitting the break dancer. You get bonus points for running over flowers, breaking the statues and stuff in front of the non-subscriber houses. And then we have to cross the street here, so we're about halfway done with the first day. And kill the big wheel guys. Knock over the garbage cans, you get points for that. And really, that's the whole game, but it just gets progressively harder. And I mean, this game is actually not easy. Even on the easy level, it's pretty tough. And, oh shit. I'm actually not this bad, but alright, so we're about to finish the first day, and then after you do that, you come to a bonus screen, the training course. It's actually pretty cool. So what you do is you hit these ramps and you shoot the targets, and you want to try to get to the end without crashing. And if you do crash, the training course ends and you don't get as big of a bonus. And so there we go. We finished the training course, and there's a timer up here, and you get bonus points for how quickly you finish. And then you see there I got a breakage bonus. So for all the damage that I did to the non-subscribers, I got extra points. And you can see I just lost 2 subscribers because I didn't deliver the paper to their house properly. And it's actually possible to have no subscribers and the game doesn't end. The game just ends when you run out of life, or when you run out of lives, or when you get to the end of the week. So here we are on Tuesday, and Tuesday is just a little bit harder than Monday. It just kind of ramps up all the way to Sunday. I just missed that house there. Gotta get those papers. Can't go backwards, which actually sucks. Alright. So let's do some damage. So I have no papers right now, I'm out. Alright, I just got a bundle. Those cats suck. I'm not doing very well here. But you know what? I never do well in any of these game demos.
Whoa, where am I?
So anyway, you know, that's the gist of it, you know. It's just a really fun game, and it's kind of unique. I love games like this that have like these kind of unique controllers. You know, this isn't something you can do in MAME. You know, what are you gonna do? Set up a bicycle handlebar USB joystick. So there you guys have it. That is Paperboy, and that's it. Visit my site at johnsarcade.com. I want to thank everyone that has subscribed, and also I want to give a shout out to Pete Dorr and Gamester81. These guys are totally cool. They've been featuring me on their little podcast page, which has really helped my subscription numbers. So I really want to thank you guys for doing that. And also, they just started a podcast, and it's called All Gen Gamers. That's allgengamers.com. So check out their podcast, guys, and definitely subscribe to their pages. That's Pete Dorr and Gamester. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you around later.